You know what's propping up Elon Musk's company right now? Joe Biden's greenhouse gas credits. If it wasn't for Joe Biden's greenhouse gas credits, the awful numbers coming out of the fourth quarter for Tesla would be about $3 billion worse. Let me just put it this way. Elon Musk pissed off Wall Street analysts because he missed his revenue projection, and they don't like misses. Revenue projections need to be accurate, and analysts don't like to be misled, and they're hammering the Tesla stock as a result. And more importantly, Elon Musk is selling many, many more cars, but at much profit. So he's selling more, making less, and has the worst numbers at Tesla since 2018. I'll cover it all right here on Legal AF, the YouTube channel, where I sit at the intersection of law, politics, and this time, Wall Street. We have to look at Elon Musk because he's so busy trying to do some sort of, I don't know, I've referred to him now as the webmaster general of America. He's just busy turning off websites at this rate, hasn't done a darn thing to actually cut any funding. Donald Trump's busy trying to freeze funding and sending the stock market and other financial markets hurtling into the abyss and taking people who are looking for entitlements like Medicare and Medicaid along with them. But putting aside for a minute, Elon Musk hasn't done a darn thing. And now the place that's the source of much of his wealth is going down I don't know how to put this any mildly. It's going down the tubes. When you're in a business where you've sold 36% more than you ever have before in product, and yet you're making increasingly less, you got a problem with your business model. And what I said at the top of the hot take is true. If it wasn't for Joe Biden's greenhouse credits that are given to electric cars because they don't emit any greenhouse gases, you know, the clean energy technology and tax rebates that Donald Trump is looking to get rid of, if it wasn't for those, the numbers would be even more ghastly than they are for Tesla. Let me give you an example. The market and the analysts who cover, let me give you a little Wall Street background there. Every company, most companies that are especially publicly traded, and then sectors and segments that they work in, have some sort of cover analyst. It's an analyst that works for various investment banks and makes recommendations whether to buy or sell or hold that stock. And in order to be a successful analyst, it's not just what you're able to obtain from public sources. You interview the company. You're on the earnings calls. You follow up. You get information. You review. You do your analytics around the sector. And then based on information given to you directly from the company and other information, you come up with a projection for revenue for a quarter. And what the number that was calculated by the analysts who hate to be misled, right, and hate misses, was they thought that the fourth quarter for Tesla ending the year 2024 was going to bring in about $27 billion. $27 billion. Instead, he brought in $25 billion. That's a $2 billion miss. But it's even worse because if you back out the greenhouse tax credits, the Biden tax credits, the miss would have been about $4 to $5 billion. Now, what do analysts do when they see that? They think the company's undisciplined, they feel misled, and they issue usually either a sell or a hold to other buyers, large institutional buyers of stock. Here, they issued a sell because they didn't like to get penalized. They didn't like the earnings report, and the stock dropped 3%. But underlying all of that, I know Elon Musk makes himself out to be this great businessman, just like Donald Trump does, is the fact that that big, giant, ugly Cybertruck that's running around, everyone's like, oh, it's $80,000. Look, my neighbor has one. Great, it's painted red, white, and blue, whatever. Okay, good for you. It just reminds me of the Hummer that I hated 40 years ago after Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone started riding around in military-grade Hummers, and then they went public. Same thing. But the sale of the Cybertruck is not enough to offset the falling sales of the standard sedan and coupe, the normal Tesla, the $40,000, the $50,000 Tesla. And it's putting a squeeze on Musk's profit. Yeah. Now he's making no more than $5,000 a car. He used to make $10,000 and $15,000 a car. But with China eating his lunch and Donald Trump threatening to take away, because Musk apparently wanted it, take away rebates and other things that incentivize Americans to buy American, especially buy American electric cars and others. Once he took that away, or is threatening to take that away, everyone's turning to cheap Chinese electric technology. And so you see why Elon Musk is selling 36% more of his vehicles, but he's losing money almost on every sale, because what he used to make $15,000 a vehicle on, he's now making $5,000. So he has to work harder, sell more to make less. And the Wall Street markets are noticing. Now, Elon Musk has threatened to step away from it all. He wanted a $56 million pay package, but that was disallowed by a Delaware Chancery Court judge that's responsible for supervising Delaware corporations like Tesla and their pay packages. So he's been pissed that he hasn't been making that $56 billion. Tesla's really a little bit of a house of cards. If you look carefully at some major components of their accounting ledger, you'll see two big glaring warning signs that should give everyone pause. It certainly gives analysts pause. One is he has Bitcoin holdings. He's big in cryptocurrency. Did anybody tell you that before? Elon Musk, big on cryptocurrency. So he's got billions of dollars of Bitcoin owned by Tesla on their books as sort of a, I guess it's a sort of a hedge against his car. But, I'll tell you straight, not many normal car manufacturers or traditional ones have Bitcoin that big on their balance sheet. So he's got this big Bitcoin holding, and Bitcoin is gyrating in price. One of the main reasons he embraced Donald Trump and bought him for about $200 million investment in his campaign is he wanted Donald Trump to sort of pump up and prop up the cryptocurrency markets, which he has done, except when he didn't do it. He said it was going to be the golden era of cryptocurrency, and then Donald Trump forgot to mention it in the inauguration. And then he issued some ridiculous executive order that the cryptocurrency community hated, and it tanked the cryptocurrency market. That's not exactly what Musk wanted. He wanted that to go up, his holdings to go up, his balance sheet to go up at Tesla. But the other big dirty secret of, no pun intended, of Elon Musk is he's using clean energy tax credits from the Biden era to prop up his company. That's a problem when the fundamentals of your company are not supposed to be holdings. Oh, I've got artwork, and I've got billions of cryptocurrency over here, and I'm using these tax credits from Biden that are going to be eliminated by Trump. You're supposed to be selling product or services, whatever your business model is, and in return for that, you're supposed to have a decent balance sheet. But this is a nightmare, an awful set of numbers, which, if you look closer, are even worse than at first blush. And what does it all mean? It means that people should see Elon Musk and Donald Trump for what they are. Their business knowledge, their business skills are not what they appear to be. Their companies are not doing as well, none of them, as they appear to be. And yet, America, or at least a healthy group of Americans, turned over the keys to our government to two businessmen, one a repeatedly failed businessman, and the other one that you can't trust, that's distracted, has too many businesses, too many companies, and his underlying business, Tesla, is taking a hit. One of the other reasons Tesla's taking a hit is, like me, people don't want to drive a Tesla because it's associated with Elon Musk. He has sullied the brand. He's crapped all over the brand. I never really, for those out there that are part of the Legal AF and Midas Touch audience, I appreciate you. I just never understood the Tesla. For the price, it looked like a Ford Taurus to me. It just wasn't finished properly. The trim wasn't ever right or luxurious. I didn't really get it. I have an electric car, by the way. I just never got the Tesla. That's before my hatred of, I know it's a strong term, of Elon Musk. I now, just to show you my own little vote, my protest vote, when I'm in a city when I use Uber and a Tesla pulls up, I cancel it. I'm sorry to the driver, but I'm just not going to ride in a Tesla. I just not, and friends of mine that have it, I drive. So this is happening though in the sales rooms, in the showrooms, online. I guess you buy the Tesla a lot. They're not buying the product because just like Trump has broken his brand, so has Musk. I'm going to continue to follow all of these delightful things that are happening to Elon Musk. I do it right here on Legal AF. On Monday mornings, I do a financial market roundup to show how Donald Trump's failed already, after 12 days, failed economic policy is tanking the cryptocurrency market, the tech market, the financial market, Wall Street, global economies, and the rest, and how they're responding to it. I do that with my Wall Street background, having worked on Wall Street as a managing director in one of my prior careers. So I do that, and then we kind of tie into things about Elon Musk and others in and around the Trump orbit and how it impacts our national security and economic policy. I do it right here. Legal AF, take a minute, hit the free subscribe button, help us get to 500,000 before our next, hopefully by next month, I think we're going to be at 500,000. And then pick me up, Popok Live, a new show, podcast, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. on the Midas Touch Network, Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. You're going to get me on Legal AF, which I co-founded, and then hot takes like this about every hour at the intersection of law and politics. We do 6 to 8 a day on the Legal AF YouTube channel that hopefully you're now subscribed to. And then, of course, I do a lot of work over on the Midas Touch Network as well. So until my next reporting, wherever that may be, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.